Good morning, Facebook Live friends, family, loved ones. It's another wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day on this planet. It's a wonderful, wonderful moment to be alive. Every time we wake up and see a fresh new day, we know it's a wonderful day. It's one of those times where you just can look back and say thank you. And thank you ain't hard. It just says thank you. Thank you for the breath. Thank you for life. Thank you for substance. Thank you for air. Just thank you. This morning, I just want to talk about for a few minutes, how do you handle change? How do you handle when things are changing in your life? How do you handle when all of a sudden things are not the same? Are you adaptable to change? Do you find that when things change, you're able to adapt quickly? Here's another thing. When doors close, are you comfortable with the door closing, or are you trying to push a door back open? A lot of us say that we accept change, but I like to challenge us. Do we really accept change? Are we really prepared for some things to change? We prepared for some doors to close. We prepared for some things not to be the same. Are we prepared for an assignment to change? Are we prepared for a job to change? Are we prepared for friendships to change? Prepared for lives to change? Some of us are and some of us aren't. When doors close behind us, some of us get nervous. We get so nervous. Hello, Joyce. We get so nervous because listen to this. The hardest thing about change is transition, because you change from something you knew to something you don't know anything about. And change happens, and not only does change because you're nervous, but change is unfamiliar. You go from knowing what's around you, knowing what to predict, to not knowing hardly what's going on. You realize that you don't have a clue about where you're going but you know where you've been. And so a lot of times when doors start to close in our lives, we get nervous, we get petrified. Matter of fact, some of us start to feel like, is God still with us? Because the transition is so unnerving. It does not look like, things are not familiar anymore. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing looks like where you came from. Because where you're going to, you have never been. Some of you, doors are closing. This is the season of closed door and open opportunity. Some things in your life must close. I'm speaking to somebody. Some things must end. Some things must change. Some jobs must end. Some friendships must end. Some ideas must come to an end for you to give birth to something new. There will be no birthing of a new thing until you get rid of an old thing. Some of you need to realize that this is the season where you need to ask the universe, ask God, is something coming to an end and can I receive it? Some of you need to prepare for some things to come to an end, for some things to begin brand new. Now, when these people start to leave your life or things start to change, don't get nervous. Prepare yourself. Know that when you are prepared for something new, you got to take off something old. You will never put on a new outfit on top of an old outfit. It just don't look right. This is the moment of change. I heard the Spirit say, I am closing some doors. Don't force them back open. But here's another thing. Don't leave cracks in doors. Because sometimes we're letting things escape into our new season that are from our old season. There are some attacks that you're facing. There are old assignments. Recognize old assignments and put them in their places. Don't allow old things, old issues, old people, old assignments, old relationships, old thinking, because sometimes we got some stinking thinking, and we need to change the way we're thinking. Some of you, your thought patterns are off. Change your thought pattern. I'm talking about changing. Today is the day of change. Change how you feel. Change what you say. Listen to this. Again, if something is ending in your life, let it end. If something is coming to an end, woo, this is a powerful word for somebody. If something is ending, let it end. Do not let something continue. You need to remember that when something's coming to an end, it has met its assignment. Its season is overdue. It is overdone. Hallelujah. You need to realize that when something comes to an end, let it end. And look, have a nice little memorial service for it. Relationships, jobs, friendships, church Even church relationships. Some of us are uncomfortable because we're still in churches that we have been outgrown. And you're mad because there's no new word, because you've changed. One season I was in a church and I was mad because the preacher wouldn't preach the word I wanted to hear. You know what God spoke to me? He said, they don't have to leave, but you need to leave. When are we going to accept change as a part of life? Listen, it's sunny right now. It could rain. Prepare yourself for the change, people. I hear this in my spirit. Because if you don't prepare yourself for change, change will come no matter what. But here's what's going to happen. You'll be speaking an old word in a new season, and be rebuking people when you're out of season. Are you out of your season? Woo, that's another word. Are you out of your season? Are you acting like winter when you should be in your fall? Woo! Good God, I got to say that again. Are you acting like your winter when you should be in your fall? Are you in the springtime of life, but you're acting like you're in the summer? Baby, you need to know that change is coming. But when change comes, receive it. Good God in heaven. Everybody needs to know that change is going to happen. But you need to prepare yourself for that change. And then listen to this. You be the change. You be the change that you need. Stand up and say, I am accepting. Listen, the greatest person says, I accept change and I am willing to change. Those who don't change and are willing to change get left in tomorrow. Listen to what I said. Those that are unwilling to change will be left in tomorrow. And there will be no today for them. Listen, baby, you got to change and allow change to come. And when you do, change will manifest you. It will transform you. You will find that the thing you thought you couldn't do, you can do. Hello? I believe that the Lord is challenging all of us to accept change. Accept that there's something in your life that is not the same. Ooh, that's a word for somebody right now. Accept that right now, the thing that you want to work is not working. Ooh. Accept that it's not supposed to work. Sometimes things ain't supposed to work. Sometimes some things are not supposed to be as pleasant as you want them to be. See, listen to this. If it was pleasant, you'd stay. It's unpleasant because you got to go. Oh, man. I know many times when our God was ready to promote me from somewhere and take me from a new place, he took out some comfortableness and left some thorns, and they plucked me all in my side. He said, you got to go. He said, you got to go. He said, I'm not going to make it comfortable for you. God bless all of you joining me this morning. I'm not going to make it comfortable for you. I'm going to make it uncomfortable. Somebody, this is a rhema word for somebody I'm thinking. You're being uncomfortable because it's time for you to change. Time for you to move. Move. Don't be stagnated. The longer you wait, the more things are going to go rotten. The more things are not going to feel natural. You got to move. You got to change. You got to go to your next place. Life is trying to push you to greatness, but you want mediocre. And listen, yes, in order to be greater, you got to step up. And it's going to cost you some pressure. Some of you don't like pressure. But only way you ever going to become somebody great is if you get pressed into greatness. Listen, baby, you got to change. And change is happening whether you want it to or not, but be part of the change. Be part of the change. This morning, I pray that you will allow change to come in your life and stir you into direction. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Because stuck is an assignment of frustration. Did you hear what I just said? Stuck is an assignment of frustration. When you get stuck, you get frustrated and you can't move. Recognize you're frustrated because you won't move. You're frustrated because you won't change. You're frustrated because it's time for you to move to another place. And you are comfortable. Oh, y'all, somebody's getting a word and a nugget this morning to let you know that this is your season of change. Allow change to change you. Hello? And when you see change, now I'm almost done. When you see change coming, embrace it. Embrace it. And listen, yes, it will be unnatural. It will be unidentifiable. It will not make sense. Why would the children of Israel, and I'm almost done, the children of Israel hated going to a new place. Why? Because they were comfortable but where they were. And they knew that God was going to mess up their comfort zone. They knew that God was going to stir up some stuff to make them grow. God is trying to make you grow, baby. He's trying to cultivate you. He's trying to make you grow to somebody great. Accept your change. Receive your change. Change today. God bless all of you. I love you. Listen, I want you to do me a favor. I have had this idea. I want you to send me a message on Facebook. I want you to send me a message through Messenger. And I want you to tell me something that you want God to do for you this week. I'm going to touch and agree with you and believe it done before the week's out. I love all of you. And you know the universe loves you. And it's going to show you that it loves you. But be able to change. Love you. God bless you.